Hey everyone, I'm Dale from We Think Film, and this is 3 ways that we as videographers and editors can use to help not only communicate your message or story, but give the right sort of emotion and feel for that story or message. So number 1, camera angles. Now while it may seem like we just point our camera and shoot, we actually use different angles to help communicate or help add to your message or your story. For example, take a look at this shot right here. Me standing in the center of the frame, looking straight into the camera. This is used for a more direct, personal message. Maybe I'm giving specific information to a specific crowd. Whereas if I had to just turn slightly and angle this way, talking just off camera, this is a bit more of an informal way of bringing across a message. Maybe it's to a larger audience or not such a specific audience. And we're used to seeing this quite a lot in interviews or documentaries. You notice there's a lot of headroom, which is an open, natural feel. But if I had to stand a bit more forward and there's not a lot of headroom in front of me, this feels a bit more uncomfortable. We're not so used to seeing the shot, and this helps me convey a message of maybe there's something I'm withholding or not sharing. Or maybe I want to make you feel a bit uncomfortable. Now, if we shoot from down upward, we use it to try to communicate that the person is feeling maybe on top of the world, maybe they're feeling larger than life, or sometimes a bit more dominant or powerful. So in the following sequence, you're going to see both a wider or establishing shot and a close-up. The wider or establishing shot helps us get a reference for the environment that the actor's in, where the close-up shot will give us a more detailed picture of what they are actually doing. So these are just a few of the shots that you can use, but when you use them in the right place at the right time, they help and they add to the story or the message that you're trying to communicate. Number 2, music. I believe this is one of the most powerful ways to drive different kinds of emotions in your message or in your story. For example, if we put something a little bit upbeat, a little bit lighter on, you already start to feel an emotion and you start to prepare yourself for this kind of message that's coming up. Whereas if we put something a little bit slower on, maybe a bit deeper, already your emotions start to change with the music and you start to feel and prepare yourself for maybe a bit more of a serious, deeper message. And then finally, number 3, color. Now this is a whole world in its own and I won't get too deep into it, but we can use color to help add to the story or the message. For example, we can make it a bit cooler, which brings out certain emotions, or we can take the color away completely or bring it back in. There's so many things we can do, and all of this is to add and to help communicate the message that you want to communicate effectively. So these are just a few things that we can do to bring the right emotion to your message. When you add them together at the right time and at the right place, it becomes a really effective way of communicating messages to your audience. I hope this video was insightful or at the very least enjoyable. I'm Dale from We Think Film, and we'll see you in the next one.